Greetings students, you are most welcomed in my English classes. Today I am present here with the topic future continuous tense. Students, you can check future continuous tense. First of all, we'll study the definition of future continuous tense. Students, here you can check future continuous tense is the form of verb that denotes about an action in progress at a point of time in future. Students, in this way we can say it denotes about a verb. Which verb? You may have a question. That verb denotes about an action in progress. When? At a point of time in future. In this way you can segregate the part of this definition. First of all, we have just studied, you can say, about definition. After that we can take an example. Here this is an example. He will be going to the school now. It means at this time what will he be doing? It means he will be going to the school. Next, future continuous tense or future progressive tense is a verb tense that indicate that something will occur in the future and continues to an expected time. If you will student read this line or this statement once again, I think I can assure you, you can understand what is the content in this statement. Future continuous tense or future progressive tense, it means both are one, is a verb tense. We should check this one. Verb tense that indicates that something will occur. It means happen in future and continues to an expected time. It means in the future time, at that point of time, that action will be continue. It means that verb will show the continuity of that action. It is important to note that the future continuous tense is only used with action verbs because it is possible to do them for a duration. Action verbs describe activities like running, thinking, and seeing. Stative verbs describe states of existence like being, seeming, or knowing. Don't go through by ing. It means you can say to be, to seem, to know. Yes, students. Yes, you should keep in your mind. You can check existence like being, it means to be, seeming, to seem, and knowing, to know. In this way you can categorize these verbs, stative verbs and action verbs. Formation of sentences, affirmative sentences. Subject, here you can check students, affirmative sentence, subject, helping verb, be, present participle, object, helping verb, shall or will. Present participle means first form of verb and ing, like he will be doing this task. Here you can check subject, will, helping verb, be, I have denoted here, doing, present participle, his task, object. Negative sentences, subject, helping verb, not, be, present participle, object. Here I have mentioned here once again what are helping verbs here, shall or will. Present participle means first form of verb with ing. Here you can check the example of this. He will not or won't be, you can say. He will not be doing his duty, or we can say he won't be doing his duty. There is negligence, which is, you can say, here you can use one word, preferring by not, or expressing by not, explaining by not. In this way you can say. Next is interrogative sentences. Here you can check helping verb, subject, be, present participle plus object plus sign of interrogation. Helping verb I have again described, shall will. Present participle means first form of verb with ing. Here you can check at last. Here we can use one tool. We can check here this one. Here you can check, will he be playing card? Will he be playing card? In this way you can denote the action verb, because playing is an action verb. Yes, an action verb. That's why we have used this verb in future continuous tense. Yes, you should keep in your mind this thing. Use of future continuous tense. Here you can check, students, use number 1, interrupted action in the future. Interrupted action in the future. Here I'll tell you what is the interruption. First we'll study about this one. Use future continuous tense is, the use of future continuous is used to indicate a longer action. Students, here it's not written the use of future continuous tense, or we can directly say future continuous tense is used, then no need to write here use. You can only use. Yes, students, I am telling future continuous tense is used to indicate a longer action in the future. Yes, in the future. That will be interrupted by a short action in the future. Students, just concentrate what I am saying to you. Future continuous tense is used. Why? To indicate a longer action. When? In the future. For what? That will be interrupted. By whom? By a short action of the future or in the future. Remember, this can be a real interruption or just interruption of time. Students, you should keep in your mind, this is a real interruption or it may be the interruption of time. For example, you can check, I will be watching TV when she arrives tonight. Students, there are two sentences. First, I'll be watching TV. It means this action will be happening at that point of time in future. When a short action interrupt the first action. What is the interruption action here? The arrival of her. The arrival of that, because here is used she, That's why we can say the arrival of her is interrupting the task of watching TV. Okay, students, I will be waiting for you when your bus arrives. It means an action will be continued in the future, and at the same time a short action will happen. What will that? The arrival of the bus. That arrival of the bus will interrupt the first action. Notice in the examples above that the interruptions marked in italics. It means italics words. Here you can check. I have made it red. Here you can check. I'm telling you, this arrives and next arrives are in simple present rather than simple future. This is because these interruptions are in time clauses and you cannot use future tense in time clauses. Yes, students, this is also very notable point in time clauses. We can't use future tense. Why? This is a notable point and you have to wait for this because we'll discuss this point in the chapter of clauses. Okay, students, simply I can tell you when you will use future tense for time clauses, that will be very odd. That will be very odd. Why? Because we are expressing future time and clause is related to time, then there will be double timing and reader may be confused. That's why it's not a usable point. Here, students, you can check. This one is past, this one, and this one is present, and this is future. You can check from present to future. It means after present, what is the criteria of that? What is the criteria? The criteria is of future time. From here you can start and up to here. But what is the meaning of this cross sign? Cross sign is indicated that we have to take care about the use of future continuous tense. Why? Because it is interrupted. Students, it is the sign of interruption. It means this task will be going on. I'm denoting by this dot sound, not dot sound, dot sign, sorry, and this is cross. It means it will be interrupted by another action. Second, specific time as an interruption in the future. You may have a doubt. Why? Because I have mentioned second time. But if you will pay attention towards it, you can know very easily, not easily. You can know it very easily. What is the fundamental basis of this? You can check. Here you can check. I'm trying to, yes, in use first. Described above, the future continuous is interrupted by short action in the future. Yes, we have just studied. In addition to using short actions as interruptions, it means which interrupted the first action, you can also use a specific time as an interruption. Students, it's very easy to understand because we have just studied in the last slide. What was there? There was the interruption by another action, not by the point of time. But here is what is the interruption point? The interruption point is specific time. Here you can check specific time. Examples you can check. Tonight at 6 p.m. You can check here what is tonight at 6 p.m. Here tonight at 6 p.m. What is this? This is a specific time. I'm going to be eating dinner. I'm going to be eating dinner. It means I will be having my dinner when? Tonight at 6 p.m. There is short interruption by the specific time. Next you can take at midnight tonight. It means at midnight we will still be driving through the desert. It means here you can check. It will be happened in the future time, but here is another specific time which will interrupt this action. It means if there is interpretation or explanation of this tense, this point can interrupt the statement of the action. We will be in process of driving through the desert. Yes, we will be in process of driving through the desert. Why? Because we have to do. Yes, we have to do. We can't stop in the midnight, but at midnight tonight. This is the point. It means when we will be at that point or at that progressive action, what will be the time at that moment, or you can say then. At that time, the point of specific time will be midnight. And what is the meaning of tonight? Tonight is an indication of future. Before this, you can check this one. I will be in the progress we can place here, but not process of eating dinner. It means at 6 p.m. I will be having my dinner. It means the process of having the dinner will be continue. Next you can check. In the simple future, a specific time is used to show the time an action will begin or end. In the future continuous, a specific time interrupts the action. You can categorize, you can differentiate where between simple future and progressive future. What is here? In the simple future, a specific time is used to show the time and action. Yes, it means in future indefinite, specific time will be used to show the time of an action when it begins or ends. Yes, students, we can say it may show the beginning point or ending point. In the future continuous, a specific time interrupts the actions. This is the difference. In simple present, it indicates the beginning or ending. But in future continuous, it will interrupt the first action. Interrupt means the impact of the second action will affect the first action. Examples. Tonight at 6 p.m. I am going to eat dinner. I am going to eat dinner. Here you can check. I am going to eat dinner. This is also denoting about the future time. How? You can say how? Because we can also express near future by the use of present continuous tense. It means I'm going to start eating at 6 p.m. Okay, it means in this sentence we can observe the starting point of eating the dinner. Tonight at 6 p.m. I'm going to be eating dinner. It means I'm going to start earlier. I'm going to start earlier and I will be in process of eating dinner at 6 p.m. It means the action may be start before 6. But what will happen at 6? At 6 the action will be in progress. Yes, this is very notable. Use number 3. Parallel action in future. When you use the future continuous with two actions in the same sentence, it expresses the idea that both actions will be happening at the same time. The actions are parallel. How? Examples you can observe. I'm going to be studying and he is going to be making dinner. It means there are two actions and both are in progress at the same time. Second, tonight they will be eating dinner, discussing their plans and having a good time. Here you can check there are three actions in the same time. While Alan is reading, Tim will be watching television. Notice is reading because of the time clause containing while. One more thing you can note here in the red, that's why I have make it red. Here you can check while, you can say adverb of time, you can say while Alan is reading, Tim will be watching television. Here are two sentences. Here is the time adverbial, that's why we can't use in both sentences future continuous tense. In one sentence we have to use present tense. That's why here is the use of present continuous tense. Atmosphere in the future. In English, we often use a series of parallel actions to describe atmosphere at a specific point in the future. Examples: when I arrive at the party, everybody is going to be celebrating. Some will be dancing, others are going to be talking. A few people will be eating pizza, and several people are going to be drinking beer. They always do the same thing. Students, here we can check there are so many actions which are happening at the same time. In this way, we can use here when. It means time, related to time, time adverb. I arrive at the party. That's why we have used here present indefinite tense. Everybody is going to be celebrating. What is the meaning of this? This is the evidence of, you can say, is going to be celebrating. It means a future continuous. Future continuous. Some will be dancing. This is also future continuous. There are going to be talking. Check it. Another time I have used here present continuous tense. But here is not only present continuous tense. You can check here going to be talking. Going to talk, very simple. Going to be talking. It means this sentence is very similar to future continuous tense. A few people will be eating pizza. This is very simple. Future continuous. And several people are going to be drinking beer. Another time there is the use of present continuous tense, but not simple. To be going. To be drinking. Yes, students, you should understand this strategy. Remember, no future, no future in time clause. We have just studied. You can read here. Like all future tenses, the future continuous cannot be used in clauses beginning with time expressions such as when, while, before, after, by the time, as soon as, if, unless, etc. etc. Instead of future continuous, present continuous is used. That's why here you can check one future continuous, second present continuous, but that present continuous is very similar to future continuous. Okay, I think you should understood, not understood, you have to understand. I'm telling you have to understand, and I think you have understood, not should understood. Sorry for that. Examples. While I'm going to be finishing my homework, she is going to make dinner. This sentence is absolutely wrong. Why? Because in one sentence we can use future continuous. While I'm finishing my homework, she is going to make dinner. While I'm finishing my homework, she is going to make dinner. This is correct because here we have used in both sentences what? Present continuous tense. But how can you use in one sentence future continuous? While I am finishing my homework, she will be going to make dinner. This is also right sentence. Remember, not non-continuous verb and mixed verb. We had also studied in the future indefinite tense. It is important to remember that non-continuous verbs cannot be used in any continuous tenses. Also, certain non-continuous meaning for mixed verb cannot be used continuous tenses. Instead of using future continuous with these verbs, you must use simple future. Students, we had studied, and I'm telling this time also, don't use non-continuous verb in continuous tenses. Okay, we can't use mixed verb also. Yes, instead of continuous tense we can use simple future. Examples: Jen will be being at my house when you arrive. Be being is very odd. No need, not correct. Jen will be at my house when you arrive. It's right. No need to be being. Be is sufficient, I think. Adverb placement. The examples below show the placement of grammar adverbs such as always, only, never, ever, still, just, etc. I think students, you may be very confused, or you are going to be very confused because I had discussed with you the same thing in the simple future. That's why I'm telling this one. Example: you will still be waiting for her when her plane arrives. You will still be waiting for her when her plane arrives. What is the change here? What can we do here? That is, I mean to say, what is that point, or what is the notable point in this sentence? You will still. What is the meaning? Still. Still is here. Adverb, you can say. Be waiting. Still means up to now. Will you still be waiting for her when her plane arrives? It means, are you going to wait for her till her plane comes? Next, you can check here, students. I can show you by this dot. You are still going to be waiting for her when her plane arrives. Here you can check. Here still, but in the last you can check, are you still going to be waiting for her when her plane arrives? Here this is simple, this is interrogative, this is interrogative, and this is simple, but thing is very same. Thing is very same. In this way, you can note down these adverbs to use in the sentences. For more sentences, you can, okay, don't worry, when we'll have time, we'll study about the exercises. At that time, I'll provide you some exercises for practice. Active and passive. This is the last point of this tense. Students, we had studied in future indefinite also. Examples you can check. At 8 p.m. tonight, John will be washing the dishes. Active sentence. Active. At 8 p.m. tonight, the dishes will be being washed by John. The same thing. Next, at 8 p.m. tonight, John is going to be washing dishes. Active. At 8 p.m. tonight, the dishes are going to be being washed by John. But here, students, you can check. In the both passive sentences, there is be being, and I think it's very odd, not very common. Then, if we want to make a very smooth passive, we can't use a verb two times. You can check be and being. Both are same. In this way, I can say this is not adequate, and you should not use such type of sentence. Okay, students, I think this video will help you a lot, and you can enhance your knowledge by watching this video. Thank you, and bye bye for next